So hello everyone, in this video we are going to look at another very easy problem which is called as leaders in an array. So it's a quite easy problem, but before diving into the code, let's just go through the dry run or the intuition behind the problem. So what's the problem? Problem is, name of problem is leaders in an array. Okay, so what is the problem, let me tell you. Okay, so any element in an array is a leader element. Any element in an array is a leader element if all the elements to the right of it are less than it, than that element. Okay, so any element in an array is a leader element if all the elements to the right of it are less than that element. Okay, so let's go through this given array. So 0, is 0 a leader element? No, because all the elements to the right of it are not less than it. 10 itself is bigger than 0, so all the elements to the right of the current element, okay, should be less than it. So then that element is called as a leader element. Now let's take 10. Is 10 a leader element? Yes. Why? Because all the elements to the right of 10 are less than it. Okay, so we don't actually care what's happening to the left of that element, but we are actually concerned with what happens to the right of all those elements who are to the right of that given element. And if all these elements are less than the current element, then the current element becomes a leader element. Okay, is 8 a leader element? Yes, it is, because all the elements to the right of 8 are less than it. Okay, so it doesn't matter what are the elements greater than or less than to the left of it. What completely matters is, are the elements to the right of it less than it? That's it. So yes, 8 is a leader element, 10 is a leader element. Is 2 a leader element? No. Why? Because 6, 4 are greater than 2. Then 6, yes, 6 is a leader element. 4, yes, 4 is a leader element. 1, it's not a leader element. 3 is a leader element. So by default, actually last element in every array would be a leader element, because there is nothing to the right of it. So this will be a leader element because it's the only element in the last and it's the greatest of all what is in to the right of it, and there's nothing to the right of it, so naturally this element becomes a leader element. Okay, so what is our aim? Our aim is to print all leader elements. Okay, so our aim is to print all leader elements. Perfect. So what is first one is the brute force approach. First one is the brute force approach. So it uses a nested loop. Okay, so time complexity will be n square and space complexity will be of one order of 1. And what we will actually do, so what we will actually do is, let me just write the pseudo code. We will travel, outer loop will travel from I is equal to 0 to I less than I plus plus, and then inner loop will travel from j is equal to I plus 1. Why I plus 1? Because we, for every current element, we are interested to what happens to the right of it, so j will always start from I plus 1, j less than n, and j plus plus. Correct. And then what? if okay, additionally in the outer loop we will also define a variable flag which which is initialized to 0, okay, which is initialized to 0, and if ARR of j is greater than ARR of I, that is the element to the right of current ith element is greater than current element, then in this case we will do nothing but simply set flag is equal to 1, means from 0 we will change it to 1, and once we come out of this for loop we will check if the flag has been set to 1. If sorry, if the flag has been retained to 0, if the flag has not been retained to 0, then the element is not a leader element, because we have at least found one element which is greater than current ith element. But if the flag is not set to 1 and flag has been retained to 0, then this indicates that the current element is the leader element. So s out ARR of I. So as simple as that. So it's a brute force approach, correct? So let's just try to code this if possible. Int ARR is equal to, okay, what's the array? Let's just take the similar array 0 10 826 413, 0 10 826 413, 0 10 826 413. Okay, perfect. And then what we will call this print leaders function with our array as input, okay, and let's try this nested. Acha, the return type will be void because we are just interested in printing these leader elements. So for I is equal to 0, I less than ARR dot length I plus plus. For j is equal to I plus 1, j less than length j plus plus, and then what? Okay, before this we need to set flag is equal to 0, okay, and now what? If ARR of j is greater than ARR of I, then we will simply set flag is equal to 1. Acha, also we can additionally put a break statement, okay. Reason, because once the flag is set to 1, there is no point in iterating further, because we have already found one element to the right which is greater than current element, so current could not be a leader element. Then what? If, okay, so if flag is equal to 0, okay, if flag is equal to 0, then system dot out dot print ln ARR of I. So ARR of I is a leader element if the flag is not set to 1, okay. So quite simple. Let's just try to run this. Are there any errors? No, I don't think so actually. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So we are getting all leader elements 10 6 4 3. These were actually the leader elements in our array 10 8 6 4 3. So yes, 10 8 6 4 3, correct. So this was the code for the brute force, okay. What's the time complexity? Time complexity is order of n square. Reason, we have used two nested loops, that's why. And space complexity O of 1 because we haven't used any extra space. Okay, perfect. So what will I do is I will okay, if you want you can you can pause the video and take screenshot of this code, and you can also simultaneously try this brute force approach on your own. However, further I am now interested in a more optimized approach. Okay, so I want to reduce time complexity from O of order of n square to order of n. Okay, so I want to do this in a single pass. So let's discuss that approach as well. I will be deleting this code now. Okay, so again, before diving into the code, let's just go through the dry run. Okay, so optimized approach. So what does optimized approach say? Optimized approach says is you traverse the array from the end. Okay, you traverse the array from the end. Okay, and you take this element as the current leader. Okay, first you take this element as the current leader and you start traversing from right towards the left. Okay, so you start traversing from end towards the beginning in the reverse fashion, and you declare first element as the current leader. Okay, so let me just copy this array. Okay, so this is what our array will look like, and what we'll do is we will place current leader as arr dot length minus 1, so which is nothing but equal to 3. Okay, that is the element at the last index. This will be a current leader, and what we will do is we will take a for loop I is equal to arr dot length minus 2, I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Okay, okay, then what? So this is declared as current leader, and we will be iterating from second last index to the first one. Okay, and then what? If arr of I is greater than current leader, then what? If arr of I is greater than current leader, then current leader will be changed to arr of I, and s out current leader. Simple. Perfect. So what will this do? So current leader is assigned to 3 and 3 will be printed. Then we will start iterating from second last index to first index in the reverse fashion. We will check if arr of I is greater than current leader. Is this greater than current leader? What is current leader? 3. No, it is not greater, so I minus minus. Okay, 4. Is 4 greater than current leader? Yes, it is. So current leader will become 4. Okay, and we will print 4. Okay, I minus minus. 6. Is 6 greater than current leader? Yes. So 6 will become current leader and we will print 6. I minus minus 2. Is 2 greater than current leader? No, it's not. So we will do nothing. I minus minus. Is 8. Is 8 greater than current leader? Yes, it is. So current leader will become 8 and we will we will print current leader, that is 8. I minus minus. 10. Is 10 greater than current leader? Yes, it is. So current leader will become 10 and we will print 10. I minus minus 0. Okay, is 0 greater than current leader? No, so we will do nothing. That's it. So in this way, in a single loop traversing from last to end, we just keep on checking and updating the current leader, and this is how we have obtained our output in a single pass, in a single loop, in a linear fashion. So time complexity will be order of n and space complexity order of 1 because we have not used any extra space. So this is how the optimized approach will look like, and let's just try it. So what we'll do is int current leader is equal to arr of arr dot length minus 1, that is the and what we will start iterating from second last element, length minus 2 I greater than equal to, sorry, greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Then what, if arr of I is greater than current leader, then current leader becomes arr of I, and s out current leader. So before this we also need to print 3, so there will also come a statement of s out current leader, because initially we have been assigning current leader with last element. Perfect. So let's try to run this. Okay, so yes, we are getting our desired output 3 4 6 8 10. So these are indeed the leader elements 3 4 6 8 10. The only difference in the previous approach and this approach was that the leader elements are being printed in the reverse order. In the previous approach, where the time complex, in the brute force where the time complexity was order of n square, the leader elements were printed like 10 8 6 4 3. In this case we are getting a similar output but in a reverse fashion, 3 6 3 4 6 8 10. Okay, doesn't the order doesn't matter, all what matters is you are able to get all the leader elements, and it is more optimized as well because the time complexity is O of n and we are using just a single for loop, so whatever we are doing it is in a single pass. Okay, so that's it. So we have discussed basically two approaches, one brute force and other with optimized one with time complexity order of n working in a single pass. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching till end. Please keep practicing on your own as well, and I will see you in the next one.